Hi friends, I'm Laura Kamidolski and I work at the Children's Garden at the Morton Arboretum. I'm here today to share some ways families can slow down and notice seasonal changes in trees together in their own neighborhoods or here at the Arboretum. So today I'd like to invite you to notice a wonderful tree here, a Bur Oak, around Crawley Marsh on the east side of the Arboretum. And maybe we'll take a mindful moment in nature as well. So let's take a look at this tree. What are you noticing already about this tree? You can't even see the whole thing. It's a big tree, isn't it? It's large, it's tall, and I see some big branches coming down. Are you noticing that they come down all the way to the ground? I'm going to show you here what they look like. Let's look at our tree all the way up. Wow. And let's look back at these horizontal branches coming all the way over Crawley Marsh. Look at how they come right down to the ground. Those are some twisty branches. So this is probably an old tree. Let's see what else we notice as we look out on the branches here. And I'm hearing all those animals and insects in the Crawley Marsh. Can you hear them? And I wanted to show you something I just saw in this leaf. Oh my goodness, he's moving. Can you see what's on this oak leaf? He's blowing in the wind a little. Can you see him eating the oak leaf? It is a caterpillar. I'm not sure of the type. It might be a polyphemus moth. I'm not sure. Look at him eating. Him or her eating. Do you see that? Wow. So we have lots of insects, birds, animals that live in or use the tree for shelter or food. And what do you think this caterpillar will do soon? It's summer, and I know that they might turn into a butterfly or a moth, depending on what it is. So here are some of our beautiful Bur Oak leaves, and I see the sun coming through. What are you noticing about the shape? I'm noticing a deep indentation in the middle of the leaf. And I'm noticing the top is more narrow than the bottom. Are those leaf lobes pointy or rounded? All those little parts of the leaves on the end are called lobes. I think they're rounded. That means it's in the family of white oaks. The family of red oaks has pointy lobes. And do you notice the beautiful green color of summer leaves? The green stuff inside is making food for the tree out of sun and air. What a beautiful leaf. I hope you can see the detail. Does it look like thin bark? Thick bark? I say thick. Is it smooth or rough? I say rough. Yes, this Bur Oak has very thick bark that can even protect little Bur Oak trees on the prairie. They can withstand fires on the tall grass prairie and grow as trees there. I notice one more thing that happens to this tree in summer. Something starts to grow on the tree. I'm going to show you one. Here it is. Our acorn. Can you see that acorn? The acorn of the Bur Oak. So let's finish with a mindful moment by looking at our tree again. Our big tree Wow, that bur oak is wonderful. I want you to look at the trunk and look up at it and gaze with your eyes to follow one of those branches up and up and up. And you might imagine all of the creatures that are up there, insects, tree hoppers, beetles, butterflies. Maybe a walking stick that looks just like a stick. It blends in to fool the birds. Birds might be flying up and perching on a branch. Maybe even a gray tree frog could be perching on a branch. Yes, frogs in trees. Our gray tree frog likes branches that hang over marshes like this, and it can camouflage itself and blend in with the bark. And it sounds like a loud purring cat when it calls. And then in fall, when the acorns are falling off this tree, I can imagine even more animals coming to find acorns to eat. Blue jays can bury acorns like the squirrels, and all kinds of animals like deer and mice and raccoons and turkeys and woodpeckers will all be eating acorns for their food this fall. So thank you for seeing this bur oak tree with me and imagining yourself up in the branches and the feeling of seeing the land from up high and our beautiful bur oak tree. Hope to see you again soon for Seeing Trees.